Right, so I heard about this. Heard about Sergio Perez's dad, Antonio Perez, having a go at Ralf Schumacher. Ralf Schumacher, the current commentator on German TV, and of course a former Formula One driver and a good Formula One driver as well. Brother to Michael Schumacher, father to David Schumacher, and also uncle to Mick Schumacher. And Perez's father, Perez Sr., Papa Perez, as I called him in a video the other day, he has blasted Schumacher, Ralf Schumacher, in a personal rant. Let's have a look at this. I did hear about this, but I thought, what did he actually say? Well, it's on F1Chronicle.com, so that's how you know it's true. It's a seal of approval right there. So let's have a look at this, guys. Full article over here. So, Sergio Perez's father has lashed out at a former F1 driver in a politically incorrect tirade. Oh no. Oh no. Ralf Schumacher, now a pundit for German TV, has been one of the Red Bull driver's fiercest critics. Recently, the 49-year-old confidently predicted next year he won't drive a single meter in the car. I don't even think he'll finish the season. Antonio Perez Garabay, who is 34-year-old Mexican Perez's father and a well-known politician in Mexico, told the Spanish-language ESPN racing podcast that pundits like Schumacher should apologise. There's one driver or a journalist, used to be a Formula One driver, who first claimed that Checo had been kicked out of Red Bull, and then the next week claimed that he was came out of the closet. What relevance has that got to do with this? Let's keep reading. Sorry guys, I got chills in me just reading that. Said Perez Sr., clearly referring to Schumacher. I don't know, maybe he's in love with Checo. Oh no. Oh no. Antonio, what have you done? Oh, sorry guys, this is the first time I've seen this. As you know, when I do these articles, I just read them out. I go for the initial reaction that I have with them. This is disgusting. Goodness me. You understand, right? A lot of strange things are happening. You don't know anymore if he's a journalist, a woman, or a man. Right, well, we're really going for the home run of inappropriate phrases. He's gone homophobic, he's gone transphobic. Let's see where else he goes. But even his words are questionable, not because of Checo, but because of what his ex-wife said about him, Antonio Perez added. I did do a video on about what his ex-wife actually did say about him. Go check that out if you've not already. Basically, Schumacher and his ex-wife, Karina Bilderman, I forget her name. I did a video on it at the time. And basically, she had a very conflicting story with what Schumacher said, and this is a breakup, this is a divorce. There's always going to be two sides to every story, so I don't really want to come down on one side or the other. Maybe neither of them telling the complete truth. Passions run high with these kind of things, but this is disgusting from Perez Sr. to say this. This is really bad. Perez Sr. also hit out at Lance Stroll, suggesting any claim that Perez is a pay driver comparable to the Aston Martin driver is wrong. I am not Mr. Lawrence Stroll, he insisted. I do not have the money to buy an F1 team for my son, nor do we have the capital to be there in F1 like that. Checo is there for him. He arrived for him. He is still there for him, and the position he is in is for him, Perez added. However, he admits that his son is financially well supported by Mexican backers, including companies linked to Carlos Slim, one of the world's richest people. We all know that the F1 teams, need sponsors. They need the support of the country, and right now Checo Perez is the most well-known person in this country, said Perez Sr. He has made a great revolution in the world and Latin America. He has earned his status. Ralf Schumacher has also been singled out by former Haas boss Günther Steiner, who was the subject of sustained criticism by Schumacher during his nephew Mick Schumacher's time in Formula One. I want his blood, said Steiner to Bild newspaper. Okay. My famous war of words with Mick's uncle Ralph makes more headlines than some of the damn races, and I have now buried the hatchet. I freely admit that the timing of Ralph's outbursts could not have been worse. Right, okay, well, oh boy. Right, well, I mean, Steiner being relatively benign with his words compared to Perez Sr. Antonio, that is disgusting. There is no excuse for what you said there. I know that is translated from Spanish, but come on, man. That even with allowing for some lost in translation things with that, we're not misinterpreting his words on that. He has used homophobic and transphobic. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I said this at the time. I said this when Ralf Schumacher came out as gay. I have infinite respect for the guy. It is so tough to come out as gay in society today. Even today. It's not as bad as it used to be. It's much more accepted now. But there are sections of society that don't accept it. And when I did my video on it, and it was one of the first videos that really, really blew up on the channel, it received a lot of support from people. A lot of gay men as well commenting on it, saying, you know, you've done a really good job here. It's great to have a straight ally like you supporting us. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold or something. Pretty cold right now in the UK. It snowed last night, but where was it going? Yeah, and you know, it's just good to have a level-headed person talk about this. And you know, this is the thing. That was the majority of the comments. There were a lot of comments. I'd say 10-15% maybe. You know, they definitely stood out more than the positive ones because they were just abhorrent for the most part. People laughing about it, joking about it, saying that I'm not even going to repeat what they said. I'm not going to give their words a platform. But you can imagine what they said. Things like that. Some things worse, something not as bad, but still bad. Antonio Perez really should have to apologise for what he said. That is totally out of place. It is... I'm lost for words. I'm going to have to probably end the video soon because I'm really lost for words. I'm really taken aback by what he said. I had no idea that he was using language like that. I heard they had a disagreement. I heard that Perez wants a journalist to apologise. They did a video of that on Reddit. I didn't know that he was referring specifically to Ralf Schumacher and that he used those terms against him. So, Ralf, I know you're not listening to this because, well, I mean, if you are, great, welcome. If you're a subscriber to F1 Chronicle, fantastic. But I hope you're okay. I hope you've not seen what Antonio Perez has said about you, but he probably will have done. Because, well, I mean, we're covering it. News sites are covering it. It's not exactly a secret. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not hurt too much by these words. I hope he just brushes them off. Yeah, so, yeah, this is disgusting from Antonio Perez. It really, really is. This isn't even about racing anymore. This is personal. It's just personal abuse that he has sent the way of Ralf Schumacher. Clearly, Papa Perez, I should stop. That's a really playful, harmless name. I'm going to stop that. Clearly, Antonio Perez is offended by people insulting his son. You know, saying that he should... I mean, what he construes as insults anyway. Ralf Schumacher is somebody in the F1 world, like myself, like anybody else, BBC, Sky, whoever, right? We all have an opinion, and we should be allowed to give that opinion. Same as the fans as well. The fans all have an opinion. They should be allowed to give that opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. That is what a free and open society should be. We should all be able to say, you know, we should all be able to get our view across. I don't have a problem with that. But clearly he's taken offence to what Schumacher said. It's personal to him because it's his son, and he's lashed out in a very childish and immature way. This guy's a politician, right? He's a politician. Can you imagine if a UK politician said something similar about Lewis Hamilton? Because believe me, right, people say stuff like that about Lewis Hamilton. I've seen it in my comments, you know, about him also potentially being in the closet, as it were, which is just ridiculous. Why would you even say that? What relevance has that got to anything? But imagine if a UK politician said that, right? Said, you know what? I think he might be gay. It's none of your damn business. It's none of your damn business. Why are you doing that? The guy would probably be sacked for it, or the woman would probably be sacked for it. Whoever said it would probably be sacked. I doubt Antonio Perez is going to get any kind of repercussions for this. Man, you know what? I feel for Sergio Perez, because he's going to have a lot of questions to answer this weekend in Las Vegas about his dad. That can't be easy. You know, and you know, I get it, right? I get it in the sense that you're offended by someone saying that sort of thing about your son. If someone said something insulting about my son, or what I thought was insulting, I would be annoyed too. You're proud of them. They're your blood. They're your world. You love them. They're your baby. Don't matter that Perez is 34. He's still his dad's baby. Any parents out there will know exactly what I'm talking about, right? But you can't go saying that about Schumacher. That is just... No, it's not on. It's not on. But anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. Hopefully a lot less content like this. But if there's any updates on this story, I will be sure to bring it to you because, yeah, I am very much annoyed by this. I really, really am. I can't imagine what Ralf Schumacher's thinking if he's seen this. But yeah, we'll see you soon, guys. Hopefully for less content like this. But we've probably not heard the end of this. We really have not.